Hello darlings, welcome back to my channel. My name is Coralie and today we're going to be doing a full face using only drugstore makeup, which means cheap makeup, but I mean, we'll talk about that in the video, but let's just say the drugstore hasn't been its cheapest. Let's just say the drugstore is getting a little bold, a little happy. So as you can see, I did do my brows, and for my brows I used only the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Brow Pomade in the shade 380 Deep Brown. I use this every single time I do my makeup, but I usually go over it with like a Anastasia Dip Brow Gel, but I did not do that today, and I still love the effect that it gives me. This is my favorite brow pomade of all time. It's very creamy, so it might appear to be very pigmented and just a little intense. So, you know, be careful. If you prefer pencil, I would probably recommend either the NYX Micro Pencil or the L'Oreal Stylist Brow Definer. They're both super skinny pencils and I think they work great. I carved out my brows using the L'Oreal Infallible Footwear More Than Concealer in the shade Cashew. And I'm going to use it to prime the rest of my eyelid. I usually keep, in my opinion, a pretty healthy mix of luxury and drugstore, well, luxury, high-end and drugstore makeup, but I do want to talk a little bit more about drugstore because obviously makeup is a very expensive thing. Not everybody has the budget for like Sephora makeup all the time, and I think it's important that we also put value on the name of other brands that are doing great products but making them cheaper. Okay? I'm going to try keeping my eye down a little. I do not want this eye to crease, but I'm going to talk to you about the drugstore palettes I'm going to use. So as far as drugstore palettes go, I'm just going to, the one I'm going to use today is going to be the NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette in the Brights version. I don't like every single eyeshadow in this palette, but this is probably the best colorful shadow from the drugstore, or at least from the easy to access drugstore. In this video, I'm not going to talk about like brands like BH Cosmetics that have been launched in drugstores in the US, but I'm going to talk about the very typical like NYX, L'Oreal, Maybelline, CoverGirl, Revlon, like these types of brands, because it's simply like way easier for me, and I also feel like it's gonna fit the most people because not everybody has access. Like my BH Cosmetics and ColourPop products, I have to order them online. I can't find them in stores, which I'm assuming not everybody can find them in stores, but I know that these other super mainstream drugstore brands people can find in store. If you ever want a really good neutral shadow palette from the drugstore, I would recommend the Milani Pure Passion palette. Mine is dirty, but you can look at this right here. You have 6 mattes and 6 shimmers, and it's a pretty good palette. I believe it's like $20, maybe $24, which is a little pricey, but it's 12 eyeshadows. So, you know, it could really be worse. And this one from NYX is $21.49. They're all Canadian dollars, by the way. This has a really good mirror in it, which is another reason why I would justify the price of the palette. I'm going to take the green right here from this palette and the blue right here, and I'm going to pack the green in the inner corner and the blue on the outer corner. Wow, that took me way more time than necessary, like way more time to plan this look. I usually go in with an idea, but sometimes I start looking at my palettes and everything just changes. So the facts are, guys, drugstore has gotten subsequently like more expensive than it used to be before. Like, I remember when I was more little. Well, I remember, not only I remember, but I do work retail and makeup, and I usually put the little like prices, like I change the prices when it just gets more expensive, so I know this because in inflation and you know, like normal economic like variations and everything, prices go up, and so the drugstore has gotten way more expensive than it used to be. Now makeup that used to be like super affordable, it's just like, it's like affordable, you know? I mean, it's a little troubling. Like, I'm telling you the prices of everything. Oh, by the way, this one $13.49, but it's a pretty nice size, and I use it with the brush it comes with. This one is $16.99, which is pretty expensive, but it's actually comparable to the Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. So I really like this one. In coverage, it is very comparable. It's a little matter though. Like, I just feel like drugstore has gotten so expensive to the point where like even when people only come to buy drugstore, they're like, God damn, this is expensive. And I'm like, well, you know what, I know. And the worst part is just thinking about how much more expensive Sephora is. But listen, don't break the bank. I'm also doing this video because I know some of y'all going to prom and I know some of y'all don't wear makeup on the daily. So you need some kind of makeup products that you can kind of use if you're not gonna go get your makeup professionally done. So I'm just blending the green and the blue right in the center over here because I want it to be quite smooth. I love doing this like half-half. It's quite nice, right? I'm now gonna blend out the little shades, but I'm not gonna blend them out with any additional product. Only the product I have on the eye right here. So I'm just gonna blend them like this to soften up the edges so that when I add my other shade, it blends easier. You feel me? So yeah, so mind you, this drugstore makeup, I'm not even gonna call this affordable makeup, honey. It's like, I mean, that's the idea, it's for it to be affordable, but it's not that affordable anymore. So I'm not gonna take this shade, which is kind of shimmery, so I'm scared, but I'm gonna blend out the green part with it, and then I'm gonna take this shade over here, and I'm gonna blend out the blue part with it. It's a really easy look. Okay, I did not want to go too hard today. Like, I'm tired, you know. It's actually been a pretty productive day. Like, right now I'm filming this and then I'm going to work. This morning I went to the gym, you know. I did my university schedule things. Why is there a line? ¿Por qué tengo una línea aquí? This is annoying. Ooh, this is kind of shimmery. I do like this palette for some of the shades, but some other shades, oh my god, you guys, I'm so like, some shades in this palette just, they blend well though. I mean, I can give them that, you feel me? Like, if I'll give them something, I'll give them the fact that they do blend well, in my opinion. As you can see, I've been using the same brush. You don't need 27 brushes to finesse an eye look. It's useful, I won't lie, it's useful. But you don't need that. I'm not gonna take the minty shade that I seem to love using. The minty shade is one of my favorite shades of the palette. See, like, they just blend so easy. Now I'm just gonna re-intensify the green and the blue shades that we first put because, you know, when you blend, things get away. It's not necessarily the nicest, but it's what you gotta do. So blend your life away, add more product, make sure the pigmentation is up to your liking. This shimmery thing is kind of not giving me so much life, but listen, this is a full drugstore tutorial and we're sticking to it, honey. And on the green side a little, I'm just gonna put a tiny little bit of this pale yellow. Yep, that is more like it. That is, boom, this magic right here. Look at her, she's cute. Sis, I don't know who's your man, but he lucky. So next thing I'm gonna do is use the same concealer I used to prime my eyelids, and I'm gonna do a half cut crease. You guys know it's my signature. So I'm gonna half cut my crease, you know, the usual. I'm gonna cut it big. I've been doing like bigger cuts recently all the time. So right now you might be like, okay sis, now that you're there, what? I'm gonna take my previous blue and mint. Well, I'm first gonna take blue and I'm just gonna tap this girl slightly on the outer corner of my eye. Oh my god, no, this is not drugstore. Guys, should I cheat? You know what? The truth is, I am going to cheat, okay? This is a full drugstore tutorial, and we're sticking to it, honey. It's rough. I'm just not gonna tell you what I'm cheating with, but I'm gonna take a white eyeshadow and I'm just gonna pack it right here. Like, tell me this is not better. Is this not better? Like, well, I'm so sorry, you guys. I failed you. I didn't find a white that was from the drugstore. I really didn't. Whites from the drugstore are pretty trash. Like white liners or like anything. Like it's all trash. Okay, so as you can see, I have secured this eye look. So I just packed the mystery white. We're not going to talk about her. I really thought I could do this without using anything else. Turns out I couldn't. So it's the one cheat item I allowed myself. It's the white eyeshadow. So it was the cheat item. It was like the phone a friend. You know what it was. On my lash line, I actually used the Milani Hypnotic Lights Holographic Eye Topper in Prismatic Light, which I used on my hand like so, and I took a craft store brush and I finessed. I just did like a simple line across my eye because I just wanted it to hit the light nicely when I like blinked or Blink. This, by the way, retails for, I think like $13.99, something like that. So guys, for primer, I've never tried a drugstore primer that has changed my life. So all the primers I love are high-end, and that's annoying because it's expensive. So today I'm going to try the NYX Bare With Me Hydrating Jelly Primer, this one right here. I did try this yesterday, but I didn't really check for my makeup. Like, I just put it on. It felt nice. And this thing, oh my god, oh my god. Y'all are gonna be so shook. Like, well, it's like jello. Like, if you fall, I'm gonna scream. Like, look at this. You see this? You see this? You see this? Like, it's like jello. I don't know if you saw that, but I'm just gonna take what's on the cap right here. It is literally like, it's like a gel. So I'm just gonna rub this all over my face. It extends the wear of makeup, blurs the appearance of pores. How is this gonna blur? Okay. Non-sticky, lightweight feel. Skin feels refreshed, blends seamlessly. It does blend nice, and my skin does feel fresh. Like, it feels fresh. They say non-sticky. I have to disagree with that. I think it's a tiny bit sticky, but it's like the nice type of like sticky. Also, the nice thing with this is that you touch it, but then everything just becomes smooth. It's the most incredible thing I've ever tried. It honestly just fascinated me, so I bought it. And this retails for $22.99, so it's pretty expensive. This is pretty expensive for the drugstore, and for a primer, paying $20 for a palette, I understand that you get a bunch of shades. But you're paying for essentially, they say 40 grams of product in this. Like, it's not, I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. Maybe I'm weird about it. I don't know. For foundation, I'm going to take the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. I love this foundation. It's a really nice full coverage and long wearing foundation. Like, you know, I just put 2 pumps on the back of my hand. Because this is super full coverage, I prefer not to go in with as much product, just because full coverage can look cakey really quickly, and you obviously don't want to look cakey. You want like a nice coverage, but you still want like a nice finish as well, you feel me? Like, I like my skin to be perfect with like a lot of coverage, but I also want it to look good. Don't forget around the nose and under the nose. That's a place a lot of people forget about, myself included. Oh my god, this eyebrow pomade is so good. Like, I feel like my brows just look good every time I use it. And I use it every day, so. Then with the same L'Oreal Full Wear Concealer, this concealer is literally magical. Like, there's nothing. I feel like there's nothing at the drugstore that compares to this. And this is drugstore, like, you know, hide the mustache. You did not shave. Actually, I did shave. Fight me. When I'm to the point where I need to do my under eye, I'm gonna take out my powder. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade 20 Light Medium. So I'm just gonna pour a little bit of powder in the cap, and I'm gonna use this. I'm at the point where in my life where I'm not that worried about getting like right up under my eye. I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush and I'm just gonna set. The reason why I do that is because when I go in directly with the beauty blender, I feel like my under eye gets so dry. I don't know why. I feel like it just deposits a lot of product and my under eye is like, nope, no. As you can see, I set my under eye. For now, I'm not gonna set any part of my face. I let the foundation set itself a little bit, but I am going to be doing my under eye using the NYX palette and just taking the same shades, like, guys, the same shades. Green, blue, green, and I'll be right back because I need to get really close to the mirror. Y'all ain't gonna see shit, okay? As you can see, I did my lower lash line. I mean, it's nothing magical. I'm gonna take the NYX Off Tropic Professional Liner. No, the NYX Pro Off Tropic. No, the NYX Off Tropic Liner in the shade So Fresh. I believe I used it probably in my 3 videos back. I'm gonna put this in my waterline, and for anyone who thinks this hurts, it does not. Rest assured. So I'm just gonna put some mascara on my lower lashes using the Essence Lash Princess. This is just like a very, It's a really nice, very cheap mascara. Where I work, it's always sold out because, Lord, people love the cheap mascara. Now comes kind of the hard part. I love the formula of this, the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. However, I'm not sure about the color, but we're gonna see. This liner from NYX retails for $7, something like that. And the Essence Lash Princess Mascara is like $3.99 or $4.99. Like, it's really cheap. It's really cheap. Like, Essence is actually cheap. I'm gonna take this BH Cosmetics number 2 brush from their Marvel. Thanos, where you at? Their Marble collection, and I'm gonna dip it into my Physicians Formula. See, it's a little red. I don't know if you see, it's a little red. Not my favorite. I'm gonna just take a tiny bit of and just bronze under my lip. It gives it an illusion of being powdier. So the Physicians Formula bronzer, I believe, is like $20.99. So a lot of these products are not cheap, but for the bronzer, I think it's excused because bronzer lasts, like, it lasts a pretty good time, like, I think. I have to bake my smile lines because I'm that poor girl who always has smile lines at the end of the day because I smile a lot. The reason why I put so much attention to blending the face is because if your face makeup doesn't look good, it doesn't matter what you do with your eyes. People's eyes are gonna go straight to your face and not your eyes. Wow, it's a lot. I'm gonna take the e.l.f. blush palette in the shade Light. This is the most beat up product I've owned, and I'm gonna mix all the shades because I cannot decide which one I'm gonna use. I'm gonna mix every single one of the shades. Yes, you can see I did pick up a lot of product, and then I'm gonna dazzle some in my nose. Yes, tiny bit on my forehead and my chin. Typical move, guys. I don't own many drugstore highlighters, but I'm gonna take the Maybelline Molten Gold highlight. It's just falling apart, so I can't really like show you, but it's beautiful. This is $13.99, I believe, and it's honestly one of the highlighter formulas I keep going back to, even though I own all of this high-end highlighters. It's amazing. It's amazing. Like, oh, it's so good. It's like the right amount of glow and like shine and beauty and just expensive and rich. I think Maybelline and Artist Couture are probably my top like highlighter brands. And I mean, quite clearly, Maybelline is cheap. Artist Couture is not, though. Let's not front. It's not cheap. But I love them regardless. You feel me? Like, it's one of those things I'm ready to pay more if I get results. And, you know, I've gotten results. But this Maybelline one, if you're on a budget, they have like so many shades too. My personal favorites are the gold and this one that is the peach. It's so pretty. Wow. I'm gonna put on my lashes and I will be right back for the lips and the outro. So the lashes I'm gonna use are gonna be the Kiss lashes in the style Gala. They're also available at this drugstore. These are probably like $11 or something. So, you know, get with the shit. By the way, this e.l.f. palette, it's like $8. So it's actually like a really good price. Don't get it twisted. For lip lining, I'm going to take the Rimmel London 1000 Kisses lip liner in the shade Tiramisu. I always use this one. And this retails for probably like $7.49, I think. By the way, I'm recalling these all from memory. I work retail and makeup, so I do know in general the prices of things. But if any of these are wrong, I'm pretty sure they're almost all accurate. But if any of these are wrong, I apologize, okay? For lip gloss, I'm going to take the Milani. This is the Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper in the shade 01 Champagne. I love this so much. It's such a great lip gloss, and it actually moisturizes your lips, which a lot of lip gloss can't relate. Yes. Not only does it smell nice, oh girl, it just is nice. Like, the shine is intense. Like, I think I need like more shades in this. My setting spray is upstairs. It's the Milani Make It Last setting spray. It's about $16, and is it? No, it's not here. It's upstairs. I only have my expensive setting sprays. So this is the final look, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media such as Instagram and Twitter. I have all the links in the description box down below if you like me, my personality, or the content I put up right there on YouTube. And feel totally free to subscribe to this channel. I'm trying not to smile too much because I don't want to create smile lines before I go to work. So I love you guys so goddamn much, and I shall see you in my next video. Goodbye.